Hi again, campers. This is the second tutorial of us using SketchUp to do 3D modeling. So we're going to use the tools that we learned in the first tutorial to combine and create a structure, and today we're going to create a castle. So we're going to start off by creating a rectangle, sort of bigger structure. We're going to use circles on the corners to indicate towers. We can use indicator points to create same size circles. There we go. So this is our first structure. What we're going to do is we're going to extrude. We're going to first delete these 4 inside arcs just to keep it separate. We're going to extrude our first structure, then we're going to extrude each of the towers. Sort of like this. There we go. We're going to make them level. So this is the beginning of our structure. We can use more rectangles to make inner walls. And sometimes you have to change the view to make sure you get the proper view. And I will delete some of the intersecting lines to make sure that my shape acts like one object. So I will extrude it. This is going to be like an Overwatch wall. We can create circles that are bigger to extrude our towers even further, make them taller. What we're going to do is extrude this outside circle as one object. So this is the beginning of our castle. What we're going to do now is create some detail for the inside of our castle. We're going to create a doorway that runs right on the front of the wall. We're going to create an arc by 2 points. We're going to delete this line and extrude it for more texture. We're also going to just do very simple things to our walls to make sure they look reinforced, and this is just a stylistic choice. There we go, so there's our front. We can now create another rectangle that we're going to extrude 2 ways. Up, and using a line, we're going to extrude this and work with this. There we go. Same time, we can create a smaller door on the inside. Send that back in. There we go. So that's our front. To work with the rest of the castle, we can do a lot of different variations. There we go. Now that everything's equal, we can create texture on the rest of the outside of the walls to make sure that our castle looks well defended. We are going to move on by finishing up the walls of our castle. And sometimes shape doesn't look like it's ready, but you can just manipulate it a little bit further. There we go. Moving on, we can look at the structures inside. You can create doors, windows, and just stylistic choices. And now from far away, it just has a little more texture. We can play around with a roof. That will be a triangular shape. This is just going to be slightly different. There we go. Now if we look at it, just looks slightly different. Very nice. We can add little ledges just everywhere. There you go. Now I'm using out. Really looks like a king's room or something like that. We can do similar things over here. Except that we can also add an arc. Architecture is all about the unique design. So that's what we have here. We can also add in the roof of this building, which will be similar, triangle, just we could just delete some lines that we don't need. There we go. Also, let's leave it at that. Now all we can do, potentially, is work slightly on the towers. Maybe create some rectangles. Erase them. Make them equal. There we go. Okay, if we zoom out and just look at our structure so far. Nice little town. Now, what we can do is just to add a little more to our towers, we can use arcs. Now we can add just a different roof. So here is our finished product. Just a castle design using basic shapes, combining them, using the color option to finish it off. Hope you enjoyed this tutorial. We'll see you next time.